Hello and welcome to ICE TV News. I'm Gabby Golmay. Let's first have a look at the top stories that crossed the desk of ICE TV News today. Man who hijacked a Rakshak jeep and shot dead commando driver identified as a rifleman of 6th IRB. And blessing-seeking ceremony of ICE TV Network's 50-episode mega serial Nong Thang Lema held in grandeur. Now the news in detail. The man who hijacked a Rakshak jeep of police commandos and allegedly shot dead a commando driver last night has been identified as a rifleman of 6th Indian Reserve Battalion, IRB. The killer IRB rifleman was coming in a suspicious manner with a sophisticated weapon, MP5, hanging on his shoulder around 9 p.m. yesterday. He was asked to stop for frisking by VDF personnel at Kwiathong, but he opened fire from the gun he was carrying and escaped after hijacking a Rakshak jeep belonging to Imphal West Police Commandos by pointing the gun at the lone driver who was sitting inside the vehicle. According to reliable source, the identity of the rifleman has been established as Thangkan Sang from Vengnum Veng, Churachandpur district. He is posted as one of the IRB escort personnel of the chairman of Hill Areas Committee, Dr. Charleston Len Amo, whose quarter is located at Lampel. The gun he was carrying is said to be the one issued to the escort commander. It is not yet known how he had taken the gun. Another report received by ICE TV News affirms that a jacket said to have been worn by Thangkan Sang was found inside the Rakshak vehicle. One syringe was also found in the jacket. Police have embarked on a manhunt for the culprit, who is still absconding. Thangkan Sang last night overpowered the commando driver, identified as Ilangbam Joy of Oinam Sawombung, and hijacked the vehicle at gunpoint. Later, Joy was found shot dead inside the Rakshak jeep that had been abandoned on a road at Ketrigao, Sabah Lekai under Parampat police station. The culprit had left the MP5 gun he brought in the vehicle and took away the service weapon. 9mm pistol the deceased commando driver had on his body. The MP5 has been recovered by the police. The blessing-seeking ceremony of a 50-episode mega serial of family drama entitled Nong Thang Lema, to be produced by the ICE TV network in connection with the network's 12 years of untiring service to the people of Manipur, was held at the Manipur Press Club today. President of ICE TV network Kamba Salam, President of All Manipur Working Journalists Union, Wangkimcha Samjai, Director Prosecution N.G. Teskumar, and many prominent artists took part in the ceremony. Those who attended the function prayed to God to make the mega serial successful. Apart from writing the script of the serial, Biswamitra will also direct it. Speaking at the function, Biswamitra said, "The ICE TV programs are popularly watched in the Northeast. Just as the national channels are doing, the ICE TV is also producing the 50-episode mega TV serial Nong Thang Lema, as Manipur is a state where the movement of films and drama has a great sway over the people. There will be scenes of a lot of action, romance and detective in the serial." Director Prosecution N.G. Teskumar said the role being taken by the Manipuri women is huge. However, crimes against the women and children never seem to cease. He also pointed out the acts of torture on women by men and torture on women by women. President of ICE TV network Kamba Salam said, "This is the first time in the history of Manipur that such a mega TV serial is being produced. Earlier, a 22-episode serial based on the novel Laman, written by Hizam Guno, had been produced and telecast. The venture is going to be made possible by the great help extended by the artist," Kamba said.
Manipur artist cameramen sing marili na ba crew members sing makoi gi kathok gi pot aduna ngasi ISTV na puthok se production ma amase mai pak se bani haina ina haijaningi maramdi makoi na logo de sanfam mapung phana logduna akoi ISTV dum da koi leiri achum de bakti to afaba thabuk to si ba toni toina koi de pi ba guide adumok ngasi ISTV na ba mapung phana ngasi kep te guide na koi miyang ko seba to bungam jawni haina ngasi mong thang le begin bisidai miyang to paujam jari.
Personnel of Assam Rifles on patrol detected a China-made hand grenade lying in front of the gate of Micro showroom at Mantripukri around 9:30 a.m. today. A team of bomb experts of police removed the bomb safely. It is not yet known who left the hand grenade there. As part of Clean India nationwide campaign announced by the Prime Minister of India to realize the dream of father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi, Swachh Bharat Clean India, Minister of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Francis Ngazokpa today launched the National Sanitation Campaign for Manipur State Rural Roads Development Agency under the PMGSY. The launching ceremony was held at the conference hall of Old Secretariat. Joint Directors of RD and PR, Geoffrey and Nita Arambam, Chief Engineer of MSRRDA, N. Babuchan, Additional Chief Engineer T.H. Shyamsundar and many officials and staff took part in the ceremony. T-shirts and caps were distributed to the participants. Later, a cleanliness program was held at Malom. A road constructed by MSRRDA under the PMGSY was cleaned up by the participants. Talking to the media, Chief Engineer N. Babuchan said, during the month-long cleanliness program, all the 1,036 roads constructed by MSRRDA will be maintained clean and neat.
1,400 something given da anu hari 1,036 asida ekoina ngasi tawriba campaign ji oina district wise that mathang sakha kanda mathang asi campaign je district officers and public yauna asi campaign je tawni.
Now let's take a look at the national and international news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left Frankfurt for New York. He will address the United Nations General Assembly tomorrow. Mr. Modi will begin his day tomorrow with paying tributes at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, followed by meeting United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon at United Nations headquarters. The Prime Minister will address the 69th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, around 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The theme of the UNGA is delivering and implementing a transformative post-2015 development agenda. There will be a number of high-level events on the sidelines of the inaugural session on issues like climate change, population and development, indigenous people and United Nations peacekeeping. Describing America as India's natural global partner, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, the complementary strengths of the two democracies can be used for inclusive and broad-based development to transform lives across the globe. The U.S. is our natural global partner. India and the U.S. embody the enduring and universal relevance of their shared values, Modi wrote in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. A U.S. court has ordered Prime Minister Narendra Modi to answer allegations that he failed to stop the communal riots in Gujarat in 2002, overshadowing his first trip to the United States in over a decade. The petitioner in the case is the American Justice Center, a non-profit human rights organization acting on behalf of two survivors of the 2002 riots in Gujarat. Mr. Modi was serving his first term as Chief Minister of his home state when the riots erupted. More than 1,000 people were killed, most of them Muslims. The U.S. court has given Mr. Modi 21 days to respond. A 3-year-old girl was raped allegedly by the owner of a preschool in Harinagar in West Delhi. The incident surfaced yesterday when the girl returned home from school bleeding and unwell. A doctor confirmed that she had been sexually assaulted. This morning, the owner was attacked by angry parents and residents when he came to the school. He was beaten till the police stepped in. He is in the hospital. A case has been registered under a stringent law on sexual crimes against children. In Meghalaya, economic blockade called by the Movement for Indigenous People's Rights and Livelihood, MIPRL, has severely affected movement of trucks and other commercial vehicles on National Highway 44. National Highway 44 is the lifeline for southern Assam, Tripura, Mizoram and southern Manipur. In the absence of broad gauge rail link, this highway is the most vital link for these states. Though the blockade still continues today, however, official sources claim that vehicular movement has partially started. The MIPRL has called the indefinite blockade, demanding withdrawal of a ban the National Green Tribunal (NGT) had imposed on coal mining in Meghalaya. In Assam, the Golpara administration has asked the people staying in low-lying areas to move to safer places in case of excessive rainfall as a precautionary measure. There is no respite from rain since this morning in Golpara. Deputy Commissioner of Golpara said that 3 lakh people were affected in recent flood. Relief operations are on in flood-hit areas by the Army, NDRF and SDRF. Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi had to return from Midway as his helicopter unable to land due to inclement weather. Union Minister of State for Home, Kiren Rijiju, and Sports Minister Sarbanan Sonowal are also scheduled to visit the flood-affected areas today. Launching a scathing attack on its former ally, Shiv Sena today dubbed those who broke the 25-year-old alliance as enemies of Maharashtra. Our other Mahayuti alliance parties wanted the Sena-BJP combined to continue. More than that, it was what the 11 crore people of Maharashtra wanted. Those who trample these sentiments are enemies of Maharashtra, Sena said. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj raised the issue of Chinese incursions into Indian territory across the line of actual control with her Chinese counterpart Wang Yi on Wednesday during their meeting in New York on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly. After the talks, the Chinese government agreed to withdraw troops from the line of actual control. China said that it will withdraw troops by September 30th. I am happy to tell you that both nations have sat down and resolved the border standoff issue. Timelines have been decided, Swaraj said after the meeting. There will be withdrawal of troops from 26th, and by 30th everything will be over. Whichever positions were earlier occupied by the armies, they will go back to those positions, she added. The two armies were engaged in a standoff at Chumar region in Ladakh, coinciding with the first visit of the Chinese president. Before we end, as a reminder, the top stories once again. Man who hijacked a Rakshak jeep and shot dead commando driver identified as a rifleman of 6th IRB. And blessing-seeking ceremony of ICE TV Network's 50-episode mega serial Nongthang Lema held in grandeur. That's all we have for now. Stay tuned for more updates.